Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're back here on Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. It's been quite a long time since I made a proper MWR video here for the channel, but back in the day, I was actually one of the very few dedicated Modern Warfare Remastered channels here on YouTube. I have so many great memories with this game, and the reason why we're back here playing it today is because Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be free to download for PlayStation Plus users during the month of March. So basically, starting on Tuesday, March 5th, this game is going to be free to download and keep forever if you're a PlayStation Plus member, so long as you download the game before April 1st. It's only going to be available during a certain window, but if you download it during that window, you get to keep it forever. It's permanently yours. It's basically a free game. This is actually the second time in the history of the franchise that a Call of Duty game has been made available for free, and it's definitely an interesting time for Activision to be making this move, because the only previous game to go free for PlayStation Plus members was Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Of course, that game went free last summer, and it served two purposes, right? Number one, it allowed Activision and Treyarch to basically test the waters of what would happen when a Call of Duty game goes free to play. They got to see what the downloads were going to be like, how much money they could make off of microtransactions, and of course, see what the player count was going to be like. And the results of that little experiment were pretty freaking insane, at least according to this fan study that tracks players who have basically earned a trophy for each Call of Duty game. As you guys can see, way more people played Black Ops 3 as compared to pretty much any other Call of Duty game, and that's mostly because the game was free to play. Now, of course, there is some controversy surrounding this particular study. We're not sure exactly how accurate it is, but it kind of gives you an idea of how popular Call of Duty can be if you make the game free as compared to charging $60 for it. Now, the second purpose that Black Ops 3 served when it went free to play was it served as a marketing tool for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They basically gave out Black Ops 3 for free. They gave fans a taste of the franchise, which maybe would pique their interest enough to make them want to purchase the sequel, right? It all makes sense. Well, here with Modern Warfare Remastered, there is no official sequel, at least as of right now, right? Now, as I'm sure you guys are well aware, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered has been heavily rumored for some time now, along with Modern Warfare 4. That's apparently going to be the next Call of Duty game that's coming out this year, and Activision themselves have been hinting that Infinity Ward is going to be returning to the Modern Warfare franchise here in 2019. If you guys haven't heard, which I'm sure most of you have, during their annual earnings report, they announced to everybody that the next Call of Duty game is going to be developed by Infinity Ward, and it's going to be a great step forward for the franchise that is also rooted in some of the franchise's most important history. And if you look at the history of Infinity Ward, they've only done a couple of things. They did World War II before they did the Modern Warfare series. They, of course, did the entire Modern Warfare trilogy, and then they did Ghost and Infinite Warfare. I don't think they're talking about Ghost or Infinite Warfare when they're talking about some of the franchise's most important history. They're definitely talking about the Modern Warfare series. Now, with all this in mind, it's incredibly interesting to me that Modern Warfare Remastered is suddenly going to be free to play roughly 10 months before Infinity Ward's next game is scheduled to release. Now, I want to make myself perfectly clear here. I am just speculating right now, but with Black Ops 3 going free to play 5 months before the release of Black Ops 4, this may be hinting at a summer release of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Now, again, we have no official word, there is no confirmation, I am only speculating right now, but think about this for a second. They make it so Modern Warfare Remastered is free to download for everybody on the PlayStation 4 during the month of March, and then 5 months later, they drop Modern Warfare 2 Remastered in the month of July, at the peak of summertime where sales will be through the roof, and then 5 months after that, once the hype has died down a little bit, they then release Modern Warfare 4 during its traditional November release window. It makes so much freaking sense, and I honestly hope that's how things play out, because right now, with Black Ops 4, Treyarch is taking ages to add content to their game. It's getting to the point where we're going to have to be like 8 or 9 months into the game's life cycle before it finally has as much content as the original Black Ops game, or even Black Ops 2, and a lot of fans are getting burnt out as a result of that, which is why lots of people would love to see Modern Warfare 2 Remastered appear as a mid-summer release. But then again, we would like that game whenever it comes out, right? Doesn't matter the day, the month, or the year, we just want Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and I think it's really interesting that the original Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be free to download next month for the PlayStation 4. At the very least, if nothing else, else, this is going to bolster the player base on that game substantially and make it a lot easier to find lobbies for those of you who still play the game on the PS4. Now, unfortunately for you Xbox and PC fans, this game is not going to be free to download because the deal is going to be exclusively available through the PlayStation Plus program, and it likely also has something to do with the exclusivity deal that Sony has with Activision. But regardless, if you have this game, I recommend going back and playing it, right? I had to go back and play it today to get footage for this video, and I can definitely say that Modern Warfare Remastered still holds up, because heck, it's COD 4 Remastered. COD 4 to this day is still a fun game, it's still really good, but of course Modern Warfare Remastered has a lot more people playing it, therefore it's a lot easier to find lobbies. So if you've been thinking about whether or not you should pick up this game, or if you're thinking maybe you should go back and play it, I recommend it. It's actually a lot of fun. It is a much different experience than what we have in Black Ops 4. I've got to say, during the Modern Warfare Remastered lifecycle, or even going back to the old Call of Duty 4 lifecycle, I remember so many people saying that Juggernaut would basically make people invincible, right? They were saying that Juggernaut was way too powerful, it made the time to kill way too slow. You go back to play this game now, after playing Black Ops 4, and you could be using Juggernaut yourself, taking on another Juggernaut user, and you'll be able to melt that person from across the map. Like, the time to kill in this game is insanely fast as compared to Black Ops 4, which is definitely reminiscent of the Modern Warfare series. And if you're really hyped about Modern Warfare 4, if you can't wait for Infinity Ward's next game, and you want to prepare for that game, Modern Warfare Remastered is probably the best place to go, because Modern Warfare 4 is likely going to play a lot like this game. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. What do you think is actually happening right now with Modern Warfare Remastered? Do you think it's just a random game they decided to make free to play, or do you think this is actually a sign of things to come for the Call of Duty franchise? Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.